Hey everybody, Spencer Jones here with Jones and 4, and this is your live cooking show. And I just want to tell you, you are awesome. Why are you awesome? Because you are tuning into this show, and it is going to be amazing. So stop! Whatever you're doing, stop right now, because this recipe is going to be the bomb. And it's going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to share this recipe with you. It's simple, it's easy, it's delicious, protein-packed tiramisu. Oh my goodness, you're going to love it. Your family's going to love it. Oh, I can't wait to share it with you. But first, before we jump into the recipe, really just a quick announcement. You might have noticed this if you watched the page already, that my book, Jones and 4 Beyond the Breakers, right here, is now for sale, the paperback copy. The ebook's been out for a little bit, but the paperback copy is out. Check that out, folks. We'll get it back on camera right there. See? Ooh, all that good stuff you can get. So if you know someone who is interested in fishing offshore, check out that book. Just send them to our website, spencermjones.com, and look for the book tab, and you'll find all that good stuff. We got this cool Jones and to Get Fit shirt. Very few of these out there, and we're actually working on some Jones and 4 merchandise. But that's something else. So let's get to this recipe. This is it's a 15-minute dessert. Say what? A 15-minute dessert? I kid you not. Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to take a couple ingredients, but nothing hard, nothing terrible. So follow along. The written recipe, I can talk. I'm so excited. The written recipe will be on our website. So just go to Spencer M. Jones and look up for the live cooking show, the tiramisu recipe. It'll be on there as of tonight, and today is February 12th of 2018. So if you're watching this after this, watch this on YouTube. Please like it, head to that page, follow that, and heck, you're watching this on Facebook, share it with your friends, share it with your family, all that good stuff. YouTube, throw us a thumbs up. Hey, Facebook, throw us a thumbs up reaction. I love all y'all. If you could help us out and share this. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gents. Here's what you need for the delicious, amazing tiramisu. Healthy, protein-packed. You're gonna love it. Okay, here's what you need. You're gonna need coffee. The coffee I strongly suggest you get, can you read that? Is it too far away? See the logo. It's a Cast Coffee Company. So if I get it closer, does that help? No, that doesn't help. It's just blinding. What about if I shut off my light? Will that help? Ooh, now maybe I can read it. Yeah, a little bit. Cast Coffee. I highly suggest their buzz bait for this. That's their dark roast. You could use other coffee if you wish, but I strongly suggest getting Cast Coffee. It's made by another kayak angler. How can you go wrong with coffee from another kayak angler? All right. Now, I'm going to use Shakeology. Shakeology is much more than a protein shake. I cannot get on camera. Protein shake. It is like nutrition up to wazoo, right? Everything your body craves, nutrients, vitamins, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Shakeology. If you're interested in trying it out, just hit me up. I'll hook you up with some samples of Shakeology. We're using the cafe latte version, but you could use vanilla or chocolate or something like that. But I'm using cafe latte. If you don't have Shakeology and you don't want it, that's all right. You can use protein powder. Now I'm using vanilla protein powder. That's what I'm going to use. You could use mocha, right? So if you have a mocha flavoring, feel free to use that, or use vanilla. Chocolate if you want, right? All these are great options. You're going to need coffee. That coffee was made from Cast Coffee Company beans. What? Okay, you're going to need maple syrup. Let's get on with this. So you need maple syrup. You're going to need ricotta cheese. So you're going to need about 3/4 of a cup. Where is it? There it is. 3/4 cup ricotta cheese. Right there. You're going to want about 1/2 cup or so of Greek yogurt. Now, I'm using vanilla Greek yogurt. You could use plain Greek yogurt. I can get it in camera, really. I'm that smart, maybe. So I'm using vanilla Greek yogurt. You could use plain. And if you go to our website, you can find your own recipe to make it at home. How cool is that? Okay, baking powder. You're going to need some baking powder. About a teaspoon of baking powder. You're going to need about a teaspoon of rum extract. That's what that is. You need about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. That's that. You're going to need Well, this is optional. This one's optional. How about ground cinnamon? That's optional. 2 eggs. Where are they? 2 eggs. There they are. 2 eggs. A splash of milk, which is maybe 1/8 of a cup-ish, less, something like that, of milk. I'm using skim milk, and then cooking spray. Okay, that's it. It seems like a lot of ingredients. I'll get back on camera. This flop camera thing really throws me for a loop. Okay, it seems like a lot of ingredients, but really, folks, don't freak yourself out. It's not too bad. You can totally make this. So here's what you're gonna do. It's 15 minutes. You are essentially going, to make a mug cake at first. Close my cabinet there. Cabinet's just hanging open for the whole world to see. Crazy! Okay, so you're gonna make a mug cake. And you're thinking, what in the world's a mug cake? A mug cake is a cake you make in a coffee mug. But instead of making it in a coffee mug, we're gonna make tiramisu with it and use a bread pan. So you have a bread pan, right? A loaf pan here. You're gonna take your spray and just spray down the pan. That's it, just nice, a little bit, that's all you need. And just spray down your pan. Okay, then we're making essentially 2 mug cakes. So if you want a treat at night, you can make this for yourself. I like doing this as a sweet little treat at night. But for our tiramisu, we're just gonna make it. So we have 1 egg. We're gonna make essentially 2 mug cakes. So what that means is I need 2 eggs. I'm going to need my splash of milk. Wasn't that fun? It was a splash. Oh, I'm so sorry. And you will need a little bit, about 2 tablespoons of the Greek yogurt. So that's what I'm going to add. Just a little more. There we go. About 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. Then you also want just a little bit of vanilla extract. This is optional. You don't have to. I like putting it in. If you wanted to, you could put in a little coffee flavor, coffee liqueur, or coffee extract, stuff like that. Those are all options as well. Now, I've just got to grab 2 things here. One being a spoon and fork here. So I'll show you why. I just forgot to grab one earlier. You're going to want about a teaspoon of baking powder. Now, not baking soda, baking powder. Big difference, folks. So, baking powder, you're going to want 1 teaspoon of that. If you ever watched the show before, I'm guesstimating because that works for me. All right, so all we have is 2 eggs, a splash of milk, 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, and then a little vanilla extract, and our teaspoon of baking powder. Now we're going to add 1 scoop of vanilla powder, and then 1 scoop of Shakeology. Now, again, if you're interested in Shakeology, hit me up. I'd love to help you out with it. And I suggest using good protein powder if you want. If you don't want to use Shakeology, that's totally fine. Just find yourself a good protein powder, and that's going to work great. So, whatever it is, right? So I would suggest vanilla or like mocha flavor, coffee flavor, something like that. Cafe latte, chocolate would work too. Obviously, it changes up your cake base because you're just making your cake right now. So I had 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder and then 1 scoop of Shakeology. You could do all Shakeology, you could do all protein powder. It's all good, folks. I'm just letting you know, it's all good. And then you're gonna mix. And this is essentially your cake batter. Hey, Robert. I think Pamela, I saw you guys tuning in. Thank you so much, ladies and gents, for tuning in. All of you, thank you so much. You are all stars. I appreciate you watching and throwing likes and us and all that stuff and sharing with your friends. So thank you to everybody. All right, you know you're a master chef when you don't need measurements, you eyeball it. Yeah, we're just guesstimating here, Robert. We're hoping it's right. Hopefully. Baking always scares me, not measuring. But we'll just do our best. And forget the rest. This is how you get your workout on. You're like, flex, like, oh, yes, oh, 1, 2. Or you just, like, stir it like a normal person. But what's the fun in that? Okay, just mix it up. You could use a whisk. You could use a fork. Get a good forearm workout in. Feeling good, feeling strong, you know. Okay, so the goal is you don't want any lumps in your, I get it on camera, really. You don't want any lumps in your batter that you're making here. And you might want to add a little bit more. This looks Yeah, it looks a little, pretty much like cake consistency. We're going to add just a hair more because it looks a little bit thin. So I'm only going to add just maybe a quarter, a cup, fifth of a scoop, I should say, not a cup, fifth of a scoop of vanilla. Just trying to get it more like that batter, cake batter consistency. There we go. Now here comes the fun part. We're done with this. It's all stirred up. Now we're going to put it in our bread pan. So we're just going to take it and pour it in our bread pan, making sure it spreads evenly. Shouldn't be too hard with this. We're going to use our spatula just because we feel special in. Let's use the spatula. You don't have to. You can do whatever. Okay. Yeah. Side by side. Clean off my fork. Get all this tasty goodness in there. Now here comes the magic, folks. Here is your cake. It's going to rise. I promise you. So what you do is you put this in your microwave. And you put it in there for 90 to about 100 seconds. Right? Check it after 90, you can always throw it back in for another 10. We're going to stick it in for 90 seconds. Now, whatever loaf pan you use, please, please, please make sure it is microwave safe. I'm using a Pyrex one, so it's microwave safe. We're going to have it in there for 90 seconds and maybe just a hair more to make sure it's fully cooked all the way through. Now, as that's in the microwave, you're going to take a bowl. Doesn't have to be clear, but it can be if you want. And you are going to add in the rest of your Greek yogurt. Now remember, you have about a half of a cup, maybe a little bit more. Oh my gosh. Of Greek yogurt. It's splattered. You probably didn't catch that, but it did. It's okay, we'll make it. Darn, and splattered on my fingers. Horrible life. So you get about a half of a cup, a little more than that Greek yogurt. If you want to make your own homemade Greek yogurt, check out our website, Spencer M. Jones. You know, I'm pushing it a lot. I'm just letting you know. Because it's so tasty and easy. And I was lazy and I just made it. Okay, so you have about 3/4 of a cup of ricotta cheese. Honestly, here's what I did, folks. I bought this container of ricotta cheese, and what it is, 15 ounces. I made this, I tested out a batch, I took half of it in that one. So that's 7.5 ounces of ricotta cheese, the first one, and then this one, 7.5 ounces of that. You know, it's okay, this is your filling. So we have this in here. Ooh, our cake is rising in the microwave. I see it rising up here on the sides, in the middle. Ooh, it's almost double its size. Awesome. That's about another 20 seconds ago. So now we're going to add into our mixture here a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And you could add, coffee if you want, all that good stuff. How are we looking here? We are a couple more seconds in. Now I'm going to add a little ground cinnamon. There we go. This is done. So I know I'm bouncing back and forth, folks, and I apologize for that. This looks pretty good. So I'm bouncing back and forth, but I'm just trying to show you so we can get this done in 15 minutes. So this is your mug cake, right? This is how the cake turned out. It went from that to that. It is cooked. It looks a little bit, sorry, I'll get it on camera here so you can see it. A little bit round bottom, but it moves around. Looking pretty good. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we're gonna throw that in there for about 15 more seconds and call it good. And then we'll be set. What we're gonna do, as soon as that's done, you're gonna throw it in the freezer. You can throw it in the refrigerator, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But freezer would be great if you can make that happen. 15 seconds, there we go. All right, into the freezer it goes. So, right in the bread pan and all that stuff, in the freezer. Yay, enjoy the freezer life. Okay, so now as that's in there, let's go back to making our filling. Our filling, again, half a cup of Greek yogurt, about a half a cup, a little over, is 3/4, half a cup of ricotta cheese, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then our ground cinnamon. Also, you're going to want to add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Now, if you aren't a fan of totally sweet stuff or sweeter stuff, you can totally adjust that, right? You can leave out your maple syrup, or you can add more in, whatever you like. The ground cinnamon, I find, helps bring out that vanilla flavoring a little bit. So I like having it in there, but you don't have to. Totally optional. Experiment, taste it a little bit, because all it is ricotta cheese and yogurt. And now I'm mixing it up just using the spatula. Nothing fancy here. Just trying to get it all smooth so there's no lumps, no bumps in it. So you might be thinking to yourself, hey, Spencer, you said a 15-minute tiramisu. This is taking longer than 15 minutes. And you know what? It's true. But I talk a lot. And, talking a lot, showing books, talking about websites, all that good stuff, showing some muscle. And, it takes a little extra time. That's okay. Once you get it down, it's going to be amazing. So we're going to let that sit there for a second. We're going to take our brewed cast coffee. Now, I highly suggest that it's cold. This one, it's cool. I made it right before the show. I meant to throw it in the refrigerator, but ran out of time. Oh well, we're going to make it. But it's cool. Lukewarm at the moment. So now we're going to add one coffee cup full of cast coffee Buzzbait, right? So check out their website, check it out. We'll put a link in both the YouTube page and our Facebook page as soon as it's done, so you can check them out. But this is rum extract. You're going to add a tisp of that. A little more or less to taste. You can, if you're not trying to be super healthy, you can use actual rum, but I suggest rum extract. It's just a healthy way to go. And, for the kids in the audience, don't drink underage. Use the rum extract. And it's just as delicious. Okay, so we just stirred that in. We got our filling. Here comes the magic. You ready, folks? I can't wait. All right, take your cake, your mug cake that you made, out of the freezer. It should be coolish, maybe a little warm at times. That's all right. All we're going to do is take it out of our pan like that. Because it's still warm. Still steaming a little bit. See? Woo, cool. Now here comes the tricky part. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to reuse this pan. You don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm just going to wipe out. It has a little bit of a lip, I wouldn't say uncooked totally, but a little bit of the batter left in the bottom. We're just going to take that out. We're just going to dry this off. Now, you could have cooked it a little more. I'd struggle because I don't want it to be overcooked. That's all right. It was just a little bit. So we have this here. Now we're going to take our bread knife. So you're going to need a bread knife, or like a cutting knife for bread, and you're going to want to cut this in half. This is where it gets tricky, folks. I'm never sure exactly how I want to do it. So I brace the board against my body, find roughly halfway, and then I start making slow sawing motions, making sure I don't cut myself. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. It's all over the place. That's all right. This is just for me, my family. Now we're going to take, boom, check that out. Put it back in the bread pan. That's it. Woo, crazy. Then you're going to take your coffee, and you're going to want to soak this sucker, right? Again, total personal preference. Do you like more cake, or do you like more like soaked? I love mine soaked. And I mean soaked with coffee. So much so that we're going to make sure that I douse it, and there's going to be some left on the bottom in this pan. There we go. It'll soak in even more. If you wanted to, you could stab it a couple times with a fork or toothpick or something like that to really help and all that coffee goodness in. And that just, it'll soak in. It might not all soak in, but it'll still be really good there. So then I'm going to add one layer of our filling and use about half of it. Now, you don't have to put it back in the pan. You could easily put this on a plate, right? But then be careful how much you're soaking it. Go slower with it, just to make sure that you don't spill it all over the place, but yet soak the sponge, your mug cake, with your coffee mixture. Okay? about half of it. Now we're gonna, see, I didn't cut evenly. This happened to me last time too. I had a small break. It's gonna be okay. We're just gonna set it right on in there. Carefully. There we go. We're gonna add a little more coffee. Try soaking this one. Now this one I'm gonna be a little more gentle on, just because it's it's an upper layer. Oops. Trying to make sure I soak it also. I let it soak in a little bit. Just a little bit more, let it soak in. I see it's filling up the sides a little bit, that's all right. You're going to top it with the rest of your filling. Or topping in this case. Oh, I'm so funny. Oh, I cracked myself up. It's okay, you don't have to laugh at me. Or you can laugh at me, I guess. You don't have to laugh with me. It's okay. I'll laugh at myself. It's okay. So this is it, folks. Like, seriously, this is your tiramisu. So it is going to be freaking delicious and amazing for your family. You could almost, well, you could eat this right away if you really wanted, but you don't have to. What I would suggest doing is, we've got the topping, I gotta grab the topping part, is you can eat right now, but I suggest refrigerating it for a couple hours, you know, whether it's just 1 hour or 4 hours or overnight or whatever, so that it just sets a little bit more and the sponge, your mug cake's going to soak up the coffee flavor. But one thing that I forgot about that almost every tiramisu has, how can I forget, is a little bit of chocolate powder on top. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to need Hershey's cocoa. You don't need it, right? This is optional, but it's a fun, tasty part of it. You're going to take it, you can sift it on top if you want, but we're not going to do anything that fancy. We're just going to gently tap the side of it and let it fall out. There we go. And here you go, ladies and gentlemen. See that coffee in there? That'll soak in. All right, let me turn up my light so you can really see what it all looks like here in all of its tasty goodness. Boom, tiramisu right there. A healthy way, a delicious, protein-packed tiramisu. Now, again, that coffee should soak in. Maybe not all of it will. You can always drain it, right, if you don't want. Or just eat it because it's coffee and drink it. It's going to be delicious. Yummy. So there you go, folks. That is how you make a homemade, healthy tiramisu in really 15 minutes. If it wasn't for me blabbing and all that other stuff, this would have been done in 15 minutes. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be delicious. You will not regret having this dessert, right? You're not going to be like, oh, I'm so sad, I ate unhealthy, oh, it's unhealthy dessert. No! It's like chock full of protein. Heck, I would eat this sucker after I lift weights. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I get done with my son, I'm like, gonna go after my tiramisu, just chow down, get some protein, you know? It's that good. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. I can't wait to hear what you think of it. So, do me a favor, please, ladies and gents, make this. Try this tiramisu. Super simple, and post it on Facebook. Tag Jones and 4 in it, and let me know what you think of it. And that goes for any of our recipes. Go to Spencer M. Jones, check out the recipes, make one, post it on Facebook, and let me know what you think of it. I appreciate all of you watching. You guys are all stars. Oh, I love this recipe. I'm so excited to share it with you. We got some amazing things coming up in our next couple Jones and 4 cooking shows. So thank you so much, everyone. Be all stars. Thanks for liking this. I see all the lovely likes and sharing it with your friends. Thanks for watching, folks. We will catch you all later.